The mainstream process of theater creation has a cradle-to-grave mindset, where materials are created for a limited time use to be disposed of once they are no longer needed. My name is Risa Marroquin, and I will be discussing limiting the ecological footprint of the theatrical industry. Through the creation of educational resources and guidelines, the Broadway Green Alliance, or the BGA, promotes industry-wide change for more environmentally friendly practices in reducing the use and effect of direct and indirect pollutants. The environmental and economic goal of the Broadway Green Alliance's holistic approach is to budget and plan a season accordingly that supports and sustains operations while also protecting our communities and the planet from degradation through responsible and regenerative operating, design, and production practices. However, making the switch to greener theater is easier with the high funding of the Broadway stage, but is it still possible in regional, collegiate, and community theater? This led to my research question for this study. What do my peers think about the ecological footprint from the use and consumption of materials in the theatrical industry, and how might that waste be reduced? To gather information, I sent an anonymous convenience survey with open-ended questions to the VSU theater and dance community, including students, faculty, and administration who teach or learn theater arts. Out of the total responders, most participants had concentrations in either performance, encompassing both performance and musical theater, or production. Out of the 17 respondents, 14 of the participants said that they did feel that the theatrical industry had a large ecological footprint. 3 disagreed. Those who felt that there was a large ecological impact argued that much of the waste comes from a lack of reusability, that once a show is over, most of it is thrown out. An interesting contrast to those who disagreed, saying that there was not a large ecological impact due to the fact that theaters reuse and recycle materials as much as possible. When asked about the top 3 areas of improvement, there was a variety of interesting answers. Consistently, set construction and lumber was mentioned in all 3 sets and ranked the highest in what respondents considered the area that had the largest footprint. Other consistent categories included lighting/electrics, costumes, and hair and makeup. Interestingly, while there were many proposals to make change, there were also many obstacles presented as to why these changes may be difficult to implement in the academic theater setting. For example, a respondent said that it would be economically better for universities to make the switch to LED lighting equipment. However, as an educational institution, students should be trained on all types of lighting instruments regardless of if these types of instruments are typically used in most professional theaters or not. Based on the responses of the questionnaire, I can see that many of my peers do consider the ecological footprint created within the theatrical industry and are conscious of potential ways to reduce its footprint. The potential of moving towards greener theater is present. However, the move towards a smaller ecological footprint within the theatrical industry would require a large investment both financially and from the creative team making these theatrical works.